Hi there, I'm May. Let me walk you through how you can use Pantas for your business all at zero cost. I'll show you how your business can send and receive invoices on Pantas, as well as the whole Pantas flow, right from when an initial purchase is made up to when your buyer pays and you receive payment. To illustrate these steps, we have broken down this video into several parts. First, let's look at how you would send an invoice as a seller. Click on Invoices and click on Add an Invoice. Traditionally, after a buyer has made a purchase, the seller would prepare a PDF invoice via Excel or accounting software to send to the buyer via email. This is not only time-consuming, but it's also prone to errors. Pantas helps to automate this whole process. Let me show you how. First, let's select your billing company. Next, let's select your customer company. And just like that, the invoice is populated with all key contact information. All you have to do now is to change the payment terms and key in your invoice line items. You can save your recurring invoice items as a favorite by clicking on the star icon. This can help save time when you create invoices in the future. Once you favorite an item, you can still edit them whenever you like. Here, the net total will automatically be calculated, eliminating any human error. You can also include an optional message or attach a file to send alongside this invoice. Now that your invoice is populated, let's head to the preview to check through the invoice details. If any changes need to be made, I can edit them here by clicking on the Edit button. Since all of the details are correct, let me save and send the invoice. This means that I want my buyer to be notified of this invoice immediately. Let's say that you send your invoice through WhatsApp. You can copy the link to share it with your buyer. You can also download the invoice as a PDF to share with your buyers by clicking on this button. If this is a recurring invoice that you send weekly or monthly, you can clone the invoice to save you time from having to re-enter all of that information. And all of this is tracked via the audit trail, which allows users to see when the invoice was created, when it was accepted, when it was paid, and who paid for it. All of these updates are in real time. From your invoice page, view the status of your invoice to get a clear view of where an invoice is and what actions your buyers have taken. Again, these statuses automatically update. So let's move on to how you would receive, accept, and pay for an invoice from your supplier. Traditionally, a buyer will receive a PDF invoice and manually process it through data entry. When it's time to pay, the buyer will have to dig through the invoice just to find the payment information. Sometimes they even forget about the invoice. However, with Pantas, this process is made easy, efficient, and seamless. Once an invoice is sent, you will immediately receive an email notification to let you know that you have an invoice on Pantas. We also have automated payment reminders to ensure that payments are received on time. From the email, click View Invoice to immediately take you to the invoice on Pantas, making it easy to review and to action upon. If you shared a link to your buyer who is not yet on Pantas, they will still be able to see the invoice and its e-contents. Here, you'll be able to check through the invoice details to ensure that it's complete and accurate before you finally accept it. Once accepted, the invoice status will automatically update. So let's move on to paying the invoice. Click on Pay and choose either a partial payment to pay a percentage of the invoice or balance payment, which denotes that full payment of the invoice will be made. You can also attach a proof of payment here. You can check through the payment records table to keep track of all partial or full payments, which will be updated accordingly on your Pantas account. Next, let's see how you can use Pantas to track and record all of your business expenses from your service providers or suppliers that are not on Pantas. Click on Record a Bill, and instead of relying on the traditional process of managing all of your bills physically, you can instead record them on Pantas and even attach a picture of the original invoice. This helps you to track the payments due for bills and the total expenses your business incurs. You can add your suppliers that are not on the Pantas network under your company's off-network companies. Here, the Naga National Berhad is already added as an off-network company. From there, simply input your billing information and you can save the bill. Lastly, Pantas works great alongside any accounting softwares that you may or may not currently use. If you wish to import all of your historical accounting data onto Pantas, you can do so through our import feature. Simply download our standard invoice template and refer to our columns guide to begin your import process. Similarly, you can also export any data from Pantas to import onto your accounting software. This can help you share the data with your accountants or even to carry out any analysis on this invoicing data. I hope that helped you better understand how you can use Pantas for your business. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any further questions or check out our user guide for our other features. Thank you. Bye.